As a social consumer app startup founder, I've read and listened to lots of social apps founding stories to learn how they build and grow their product that now become part of our daily life. Today, we're gonna dive into some practical lessons from Snapchat's success story that I've learned and how I or you can apply to our own startup. We'll be covering some unpopular lessons and timeless takeaways that are extremely valuable for startup founders like us. If you're new to the channel, my name is Philip and I'm myself a technical solo founder of my own startup, SewaYou, a location-based language exchange app. Alright, let's start with a recent story about Snapchat's biggest acquisition in their history. The sad story of Zenly being acquired, then abandoned. So to set the context, in 2017, Snapchat acquired Zenly, a social map French startup, at around $300 million. It was actually one of the only French big startup that I'm familiar with as a French guy. So Zenly allows users to see where their friends are on the map in real time and message them to make plans. At the time of acquisition, Zenly had around 4 million downloads and a big presence in France, but also in Asia. Zenly was especially crazy popular amongst Gen Z in Japan. There wasn't a time when I'm working at a Starbucks in Tokyo that I don't see some teenagers group using Zenly while sipping their frappuccino. In Japan, as a teenager, if you're not on Zenly map like your other friends, you might feel left out, and the strong sense of wanting to belong to a group is kind of like a character trait of the Japanese society. That's part of why all junior and high school students are all on Zenly. See how culture can shape the popularity of an app. Japanese users are notorious for being anonymous online and protect their privacy, especially their location information. But still, Japanese Gen Z users are 100% comfortable sharing their location 24/7 with their friends. When Snapchat acquired Zenly, they kept it running independently, similar to Facebook when they bought Instagram, until they don't. But in February 2023, so a few months ago, Snapchat decided to shut down Zenly despite the app's popularity. Why? There are actually a few reasons. Snapchat has laid off the team behind Zenly to cut costs to save around $500 million annually, despite Zenly having like 35 million monthly active users and was growing in popularity. But it wasn't generating much direct revenue, and Snap decided to focus on the Snap Map feature within Snapchat itself, which had over around 300 million monthly active users. Having two location-based social products was seen as unnecessary, and Snap didn't want Zenly to fall into the hands of a competitor, as it had made huge investment in Zenly from 2017. There was even a Japanese CEO of one of the biggest massage chain in Japan who sent a letter to Snap asking if he could buy Zenly. Of course, he got rejected, but he decided to build his own Zenly clone, but that's a story for another day. So the startup lessons that can be learned from this story are: revenue is key and a large user base is not everything. So the strategic alignment is crucial here because Zenly features overlap too much with Snap Map and cannot integrate well with Snapchat the app. So it makes it difficult for Snap, the company, to direct their focus into a single product. Being independent can be risky. So here again, Zenly was allowed to operate independently after the acquisition, which allowed it to maintain its unique identity and user base. However, it also carries the risk of being viewed as a separate, expendable part of the larger company, and they were the first to be let go when layoffs became necessary. As for my startup SewaYou, we are still at the early stage and far away from being able to acquire anything, but from the point of view of being acquired, it's a valuable lesson that I keep in mind in the future for my startup as well. Remember that an acquired startup can be a dead startup at some point. Before moving on to the next lessons, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more startup and business lessons that I've learned while building mine. Alright, now let's talk a little bit about Snapchat's co-founder, Evan Spiegel. So Evan was a bit of an unconventional character in the world of tech. One thing that really stands out about him is his unique perspective on the concept of a company mission or vision. You know how most companies have a vision statement or a mission statement, something that supposedly guides their every decision? Well, even Spiegel wasn't a big fan of the idea, and he often gets annoyed when asked, "What's your company vision or mission?" Well, according to him, a company's vision or mission isn't something that's set in stone. It changes, it evolves, and it adapts to society and the needs of the moment. Snapchat's vision, therefore, wasn't locked in a corporate document mission, but rather it was like a living, breathing entity that shifted as the company and the world around it changed. He once said that with Snapchat, my identity is who I am right now, highlighting the app's focus on the present moment. This philosophy is kind of reflected in Snapchat's design, which focusing on fleeting moments and real-time interactions. So as a founder, it's okay not to have a manifesto set in stone that will never change. Do you think that Slack, the company and its founder's initial mission was to make work life simpler, more pleasant and more productive back when they were a video game company? As for my startup SewaYou, the initial vision is to help people multiply their opportunities in life, career and relationships by mastering foreign languages. Since the core product is to help connect nearby language learners in person to practice a foreign language, the future vision can extend beyond improving one's language skill to enhancing one's communication skill in general and create more meaningful in-person social exchange. Alright, now let's talk about Snapchat's unique approach to user's interface and user experience. Unlike most apps showing you a feed or a profile page when opening the app, Snapchat opens directly into the camera. They even call themselves as a camera company. This was a bold move, a new paradigm in UI and UX. It represents Snapchat's commitment to immediacy, to capturing and sharing moments as they happen. It was a clear break from the norm, and it's part of what made Snapchat stand out in the app world. Another game changer was the idea of using media itself as a form of communication. Traditionally, social media platforms were designed for users to communicate around media, like the photos or videos of their friends. For example, you might post a photo on Facebook or Instagram, and then friends will comment or like it, essentially having a conversation around that piece of media. Snapchat, on the other hand, pioneered the concept of using media as the communication itself. Here's how Snapchat innovatively embraced media as a form of communication. Visual communication. So Snapchat encouraged users to communicate through photos and videos. So instead of just like texting about what they were doing, users could just send a snap. This shifted the focus from text-based communication to visual communication. The photo or video wasn't just an addition to the message, it was itself the message. Snapchat also offers various creative tools for users to make their snaps more expressive, including like drawings, captions, filters, stickers, and Bitmoji avatars, allowing for like better and more personal communication through media. Ephemeral nature. So the temporary nature of snaps also play a significant role. Because the images disappear after being viewed, it more closely resembles like real-life interaction. You could share a moment without it being permanently recorded, which encourage more spontaneous but also more authentic communication. This also creates FOMO, or fear of missing out, that creates an urgency among users to check the app more often, increasing then the app daily usage. So as a founder, think about how your product can leverage this kind of human psychological elements. Screenshots as a form of engagement. So Snapchat cleverly turned a phone screenshot function into a social feature. When a user takes a screenshot of a snap, the sender gets notified. This added a layer of social dynamics and communication, as taking a screenshot became a form of compliment or bookmarking. As a founder, think of how you can use existing device functionalities in a social way within your app. Stories. So Snapchat broke social media when they introduced the concept of stories. You know, those short-lived posts that disappear after 24 hours. So instead of telling people about your day through text, you could just show them. Now we have Instagram stories, Facebook stories, YouTube stories, LinkedIn stories, the failed Twitter fleet, and yeah, everyone is copying Snapchat. Alright, another lesson I've learned from the Snapchat story is how the founder's focus is narrow niche. When Snapchat first launched, it had one core feature, which is sending disappearing photos. That's it, one but extremely well made feature. It was crucial and helps with the following: easier adoption and learning curve. By keeping the app simple, new users could quickly understand how to use it. The app has just one key concept, which is self-destructing messages, not a bunch of useless crap. Building a strong brand identity. So Snapchat became synonymous with ephemeral messaging. This strong association helped them build a unique identity compared to other social media apps. You know, when your app made it, when your product's name is used as a verb. Having only one main feature also allows for easy user feedback and quick improvements. Alright, another lesson I've learned from the co-founders of Snapchat is the importance of being authentic and having an unshakable self-belief. Back in college, Snapchat co-founder Evan Spiegel wrote a sexism email that was not the most respectful or mature sure. Fast forward a few years and this email resurfaced at a time when Snapchat was growing really quickly. Many people were quick to criticize him and call for his resignation. However, instead of trying to hide or deny it, Spiegel owned up to his own mistakes and apologized for his past behavior. No one is perfect and we all make mistakes. However, owning up to those mistakes and being honest about them is crucial in earning trust and respect. Now let's get into some business drama. In the early days of Snapchat, Facebook made like $1 billion offer to buy the company. Most people would jump at the chance to become a billionaire overnight, but not even Spiegel. He saw the potential of Snapchat and he strongly believed in what it could become. So he turned down the offer, standing firm in his conviction that Snapchat was worth more. And he was right. Facebook came back later for another offer at $3 billion and Snapchat still turned down the offer. Refusing this multi-billion-dollar offer from Facebook wasn't just about the money, it was kind of about pride as well. As a founder, Spiegel believed in his creation, in the potential it had to revolutionize communication. And that belief, that pride gave him the guts to say no to Facebook's multi-billion-dollar offer. Snapchat is now a public company at $17 billion market cap. Who knows what happened to Snapchat if Facebook acquired it? Will it die like Zenly? If you were in the shoes of Snapchat's founder, would you sell your company if such a high offer were made? If you want to know the startup lessons I've learned from the founding story of Uber, then watch this video here. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to avoid missing startup lessons you can learn and apply to grow your own startup. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.